Who is Jesus to you? It's the kind of question that doesn't ask for your Sunday answer. It cuts deeper than reciting a verse or repeating what you've been taught. It's not just a question Jesus asked Peter 2,000 years ago. It's the same question he asks you today, quietly, persistently, personally, when no one else is around, when the world feels heavy, when your strength runs dry. Who do you say he is? Because the truth is, anyone can say Jesus is Lord. But saying it doesn't mean living it. It's one thing to speak his name, it's another to walk in his presence. And when life throws storms, when things fall apart, when silence fills your prayers, that's when your answer is revealed. Your life, not your lips, tells the real story. If someone came up to you today and asked, "Who is Jesus to you?" what would you say? Would you hesitate? Would your throat tighten, your eyes water, your heart ache at the memories? Maybe your first response wouldn't even be words. Maybe it would be a deep breath, a cracked smile, a tear you didn't expect. Because how do you explain being rescued from something you didn't even know was killing you? How do you describe being seen, truly seen, when you felt invisible to the world? How do you put into words what it feels like when grace catches you as you're falling, when love shows up after everyone else has walked away? Sometimes the answer isn't something you say, it's something you live. Let's look at how people in the Bible might have answered that question, not with speeches, but with their lives. Lazarus, 4 days dead in a tomb, stinking of death, forgotten by the world. If you asked him, "Who is Jesus to you?" he probably wouldn't give you a theology lesson. He'd smile, tears in his eyes, and say, "He's the one who called my name while I was still in the grave. I didn't move toward him. He came to me. I owe him everything." The woman with the issue of blood, bleeding for 12 long years, isolated, rejected, exhausted. No one could help her. Until one day, Jesus walked by. She didn't ask. She didn't shout. She just reached. And everything changed. Ask her and she'd say, "He saw me when I felt invisible. He healed me when I felt unworthy. He didn't just restore my health, he restored my identity. He called me daughter." Then there's Paul, once a murderer, a man filled with rage and arrogance, feared by Christians everywhere, and yet Jesus didn't destroy him. He stopped him. He rewrote him. Ask Paul when he might look down, remembering who he was, and say, "I was blind, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Jesus gave me new sight, a new mission, a new name. I'm not who I used to be. Jesus is my Redeemer." Or think of Ruth, a foreign widow with no future. She found belonging and family through God's provision. Jesus gave me a place when I felt like an outsider. He turned my sorrow into legacy. Job, broken and grieving, sitting in the ashes of a life he lost. He didn't leave me in my silence. He didn't speak through the storm just to silence me. He listened, and in time he restored everything. And the man possessed by demons in Luke 8, living in tombs, chained, feared, alone. After Jesus healed him, he begged to follow. But Jesus told him, "Go home, tell your story." Because Jesus knew sometimes a story reaches where a sermon can't. So now I ask again, who is Jesus to you? Is he the one who sat with you in your darkest hour? The one who held your mind steady when anxiety screamed louder than hope? the one who stayed when you tried to push everyone else away. Maybe he's the one who gave you strength to forgive someone who never said sorry. Maybe he's the one who walked with you through heartbreak, addiction, betrayal. Maybe he protected you from battles you never even knew were being fought. Maybe he whispered peace into your chaos. Maybe he loved you when you couldn't even love yourself. Close your eyes if you need to. Go back to that moment, the moment you knew you weren't alone. Who met you there? You don't need a pulpit to share Jesus. You don't need a microphone, a stage, or a Bible degree. You just need your story. Because someone, somewhere, is waiting to hear it. And if your story doesn't feel big or dramatic, that's okay. Jesus said even a mustard seed of faith can move mountains. It's not the size of the story, it's the presence of Jesus in it that makes it powerful. You don't need perfect words. You just need truth. Because your scars speak louder than your silence. Your survival is a testimony. Your journey is a sermon. Your life is proof that Jesus still moves. Live in a way that answers the question without needing to speak it. Let your life say, Jesus is still healing. Jesus is still redeeming. Jesus is still faithful. Jesus is still near. Jesus is not done with me yet, because he's still writing your story. And someone else's breakthrough may begin the moment you share yours. Let's take a moment now and pray together. Dear Jesus, you are everything to me. You stepped into my brokenness and pulled me out. You were the reason I stood when everything inside me whispered, just give up. You believed in me when I didn't believe in you. You fought battles I couldn't see and won wars I didn't even know I was in. Thank you for the blessings I recognize and the ones I never knew you gave me. Thank you for the closed doors that saved me, the delays that protected me, the detours that led me to something better. You never left me. Not when I wandered, not when I doubted, not when I broke promises I meant to keep. You held on when I let go. You whispered peace in the silence. You healed wounds I pretended weren't there. You touched the places I thought were too broken to fit and made them whole. So now I ask for courage, Lord. Courage to speak boldly about what you've done. Courage to say, I wouldn't be here without Jesus. Courage to live unashamed of my past, of my scars, of my healing. You took my shame and turned it into testimony. You took my ashes and used them to build something beautiful. You gave meaning to the pain. You gave weight to the praise. I believe you still move in power. You are still the Jesus who sat with the broken, touched the outcasts, forgave the guilty, and restored the forgotten. You are still that Jesus today. So use my voice, use my life, use my story. Let every piece of it point to you. As long as I have breath, I will not be silent. I will speak of the hope I found in you, and I will tell the world what you've done. You deserve every story, every song, every soul that finds its way back because someone chose to speak. So here I am, Lord. Use me. Move through me. Let my life bring you glory. Thank you for never giving up on me. Thank you for loving me when I didn't love myself. I love you, Jesus, with everything I am, and I praise you now and forever. Amen. If this prayer spoke to your heart, type Amen in the comments. If you need a special prayer, let us know. We would be honored to pray with you. And if you felt something stir in you today, don't keep it to yourself. Someone else needs your story. Jesus is not done. He's not finished with you. And your voice may be the very thing someone else needs to hear.